latest from Better Lovers. Don't forget to say please as my pick of the day today. If you didn't hear us earlier on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, today, September 19th, is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And for some reason, it's a big deal to one specific person here in the building. That guy, Justin Pierce from 105 The Hawk. Every year, he reminds us that September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Even on 105 The Hawk, a little later this afternoon, a little past 3 p.m., he'll be interviewing the guys who started the holiday. So that's actually pretty cool. But to celebrate International Talk Like a Pirate Day, I figured, why not do two picks of the day? Because why not? It's my show, and it's also a Friday, right? I started it off with the latest from Better Lovers, and now let's move on to one of the best pirate bands out there. Alestorm, not Hailstorm. Alestorm, Captain Morgan's Revenge. Arr. What's funny is I had a Google search, what is the best pirate metal song? And sure enough, the AI overview on Google told me that specific track that I just played for you. I've known about Hailstorm for quite some time. There's that song that I'm not going to say the beginning word of, but it's called Blank with an Anchor. I would have loved to have played that on the air, but then that would have been the last of me. That would have been me walking the plank if I played that on the air. It is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. I don't feel like putting all this effort into a pirate impression. The best I can do is arr. I'm too tired today for some reason. I don't know if it's just because of lack of sleep or all the stuff that went on this morning trying to get everything together. Wrapped up our crazy figure eight car race, family 4-pack giveaway, wrapped up the Aftershock giveaway, wrapped up the, I think we still have one more shot at winning tickets because I don't think Victor did any today. Let's see, how many winners do we have? So we only have 9. So one more shot, the final shot at hearing back-to-back tracks from either In This Moment or Dayseeker or The Funeral Portrait or Dead. It can't be one band and then another band on that bill. It has to be back-to-back tracks from the same artist, one of those on that bill, in order to win tickets to go see In This Moment, Dayseeker, The Funeral Portrait, and Dead live at the Mountain America Center Friday, October 10th. I was complaining there for a little while that there wasn't any concerts coming to the area, and sure enough, be careful what you wish for. Next weekend, Hollywood Undead, Point North, Autumn Kings at the Complex in Salt Lake. I'll be going there. Shortly after that, Tuesday, September 30th, got Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, Dayseeker at the Mountain America Center. Then that Friday, we got Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. And then a week later, back to the Mountain America Center for the In This Moment show. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Happy International Talk Like a Pirate Day, apparently. I'll be back in a few with more here on K-Barrel 101. Every time this gets brought up in the radio prep, I talk about it on the show. The National Toy Hall of Fame just released their 2025 finalist list. And it's quirky. It includes board games like Trivial Pursuit, activity toys like the Spirograph or the Spirograph. What on earth is that? Oh, and Snow? Snow is on the, I said the dreadful S word on the air, my bad. National Toy Hall of Fame, the public has until September 24th to vote on these nominees and maybe, possibly, finally get Snow into the National Toy Hall of Fame. There you go. I said it again. Some of the other finalists, Battleship, Catan, Connect 4, Cornhole, Furby, the Scooter, Slime, just overall Slime, the Star Wars lightsaber, Tickle Me Elmo, Trivial Pursuit. As a kid, I think I had one of those Tickle Me Elmos. That was a hot commodity back in the day, right? Battleship's a great board game. I'm shocked a lot of these aren't already in the National Toy Hall of Fame. They're classics. Cornhole, really considered a toy? That's more so just a party game for adult dudes. Or not adult dudes, just adults. The Furby, I'm shocked that's not in there. The Scooter, really. Scooters are fun. I wish they made them for people my size, but they got to be made for short people like Victor. Anyway, Papa Roach, Even If It Kills Me on K-Barrel 101. Hey, if you're like me and you rent an apartment, I just came across this thread for what's one apartment hack you wish you knew before moving in. Some of these could work for houses too. Like the very first one, buy a plunger before you need one. I think that's what I did. I don't know, because my parents gave me a whole lot of excess crap. Well, I called it excess crap at the time. My parents were like, hey, you're going to need this type of stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't. Stop giving me this. There's too much crap everywhere. Sure enough, I use everything that they've given me ever since I first moved out. So shout out to my parents. I did this one. When you get your keys, first time you're inside, take a very detailed video. Open up drawers, cabinets, check all the windows. Check that all windows open. Make sure all windows and doors lock properly. Check appliances. Run them if applicable, etc. Not only is this good for covering your butt and alerting you and management to any existing issues, but it will be also very helpful to be able to reference for purchasing decisions. Helpful to know where outlets are located. If they are grounded, also if they try blaming you for something that is broken, you're like, nope, it was broken since the beginning. Look at this video. If you live where you have an AC, run it a few months before summer to test if it's working properly. If it isn't working properly, you can put in a work order, be ahead of everyone else who turns them all in at once. Turns them all on at once. Oh, people are lucky who have AC. Luckily, I'm dating someone who has an AC in her apartment, so if it gets too hot in the summertime, I'll just go over to her place. Also, the best place to go to is like the public library. You can read, stay cool during the summer months, and then go back to your place when it's nighttime and the weather's cooler. Just a helpful hack from your pal Peaches here. Earlier today, we announced that we're giving away tickets, your final shots at winning tickets for this show coming up Tuesday, September 30th at the Mountain America Center. Chevelle asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society, live. It is going to be a fun time. And we're not only giving away tickets to the show, but every winner, similar to the In This Moment giveaway, every winner is entered into the ultimate VIP upgrade where you get to meet Chevelle and then watch a couple songs from the side stage area, which I think is awesome. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The guy who helped us get it was like, yeah, it's for the ultimate Instagram moment. So you can pretend that like you're a part of Chevelle or you know Chevelle personally, and you can be their side stage going, hey guys, look at me. I'm with one of my favorite bands. Chevelle asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society. Starting on Monday, we'll be doing a game called Finish That Lyric. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. You got to hear the cue to call all that week. Be caller 20 when you do. And then we'll tell you part of a lyric of an Asking Alexandria, Chevelle, or Dead Poet Society song. And then you have to finish the rest of that lyric. If you do, you win the tickets. Your name is entered into that drawing for the ultimate VIP upgrade. Very excited for that show. So many concerts, so little time. Also check out that concert calendar, always available to you at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Your favorite college football head coach is probably a bit more relaxed with a new move by the NCAA. Spring transfer portal for football players has been eliminated. This means players will only be able to transfer schools from January 2nd to the 11th. The change will make things easier for coaching staffs as they won't have, roster holes when spring rolls around. Yesterday, right after I did the Shot Clock Sports update, this news broke out there. After 18 seasons, Clayton Kershaw, one of baseball's greatest pitchers, is stepping away from the mound. The Dodgers announced that 2025 will be his final season, capping a career that includes 11 All-Star selections and more than 3,000 strikeouts. Kershaw's final regular season game at Dodger Stadium is scheduled tonight. Also, I saw yesterday that Anze Kopitar of the Los Angeles Kings, he also announced his retirement that exact same day. He'll be retiring at the end of the NHL season. Major League Baseball had previously announced that the New York Yankees and Toronto Blue Jays will be playing in the next edition of the London Series in 2026, but that plan has been scrapped because of soccer. Major League Baseball had hoped to have the Yankees and Blue Jays meet in London on June 13th and 14th at the stadium used by the Premier League's West Ham, but their home finale is set for May 24th, which means the stadium won't be ready by its planned weekend. So back to the drawing board to figure out next steps for this London series. And also in pro football news, considering a lot of people are doing a fantasy league or in a fantasy league, and sure enough, everyone in the office is invested in our fantasy league here. Be on the lookout this weekend while watching NFL football for a couple fun streaks. When the Chiefs visit the Giants on Sunday night, there's a lot on the line because both teams are desperate for a win, and for some added fun, the Giants are the only team that the Chiefs have not defeated on the road in their entire history. When the Bengals visit the Vikings on Sunday, Carson Wentz will be the starting quarterback for the Vikings and will be the first player in NFL history to start for 6 different teams in 6 consecutive seasons. In previous years, he was with the Eagles, Colts, Commanders, Rams, and Chiefs before joining the Vikings shortly before the start of the 2025 season. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. A lot of us, including myself, complain about, low wages when it comes to any job out there. So I found this thread saying, what are jobs that have the highest pay simply because most people don't want to do them? Now, I had an ex-girlfriend who had an ex-boyfriend that was a lineman, not an NFL lineman, but one of those guys, that works at the lines and stuff. It's high-risk work, hence why he was paid a lot. And he would often gift her things, and I'm like, well, sorry, I'm making minimum wage in and outs at the time. Best I can do is a free cheeseburger or a free double-double. But I'm looking here at some of these jobs. Underwater cable repairman. It pays about $300,000 a year, but it's so dangerous. Yikes. Anything underwater for me gives me the heebie-jeebies. Garbage men actually get paid pretty well in most places. True. Shout out to garbage truck drivers. They're awesome. Septic truck drivers. They get paid well. Cleaning porta potties isn't something most people want to do. Pays even better if you own them. Man, they're money makers. Someone said I'm an attorney. I definitely work an area of law that is dry enough and complex enough that people just wouldn't have the patience for it. Somebody guessed, is it tax law? I'm sure that's the answer. People are intimidated by the math in accounting. There is almost no math in accounting. A couple of my friends are accountants, and they make a lot. One of my friends just bought a house. I'll give him a nice solid, oh, good for you. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Now, I'm thinking here, I'm looking at this article from ZME Science. Well, I don't know what company is behind this that is trying to push this idea, but they're trying to say maybe giant airbags could make plane crashes survivable. 2 engineers think so. There you go. 2 engineers from one specific company. They put together these pictures and said, hey, this could potentially work inflating these external smart airbags. And I'm just thinking, wouldn't the plane just bounce? Maybe. You're falling from, 32,000 feet? So there's the commercial aircraft mid-flight. System detects engine failure, activating emergency protocol. It inflates the external smart airbags, which basically engulfs the plane itself. The crash mitigation cocoon absorbs the impact. Passengers are safe. How are they going to test this, too? Are they going to have all these crash test dummies in the plane, and they're intentionally going to make a plane crash? How would you even test that? Because you would have to have people flying the plane, right? Is there actually autopilot? I feel like there is. But at the same time, you would need to... Well, here the only thing I can think of is there are 2 pilots. The pilot, the co-pilot, they make it to 36,000 feet, however high they need to go for a regular flight, a regular commercial flight, and they just jump out with parachutes. And then they just let the plane crash somewhere where there's no civilization, nothing. And they just see if this AI system could potentially inflate the airbags in time, see if it bounces off the ground and keeps going. I really want to see the test for this if they go with my idea. I bet you thought I was going to play another Dead track right there to do back-to-back Dead tracks for the final giveaway. I'm not. Not right now. That new Dead song. Actually, it's not a new Dead song. For some reason, I looked, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the latest Dead song. The latest Dead song is Purpose, Be Myself. That's anti-everything. Excited for that show. Like I mentioned earlier on, I was all disappointed that there wasn't really too many concerts I went to this summer, and then all of a sudden, I have 4 to go to within the next 2 weeks, which is a great problem to have. Don't get me wrong, but next weekend, going to be at the Complex in Salt Lake for Hollywood Undead, Autumn Keen's Point North. It's going to be a fun show. I'll have Maddie, who's our marketing assistant from across the hall. She'll be there with me. We'll be hopefully talking with Hollywood Undead. talking with the bands. I can see my homies in Point North again. Super nice guys. Love supporting those dudes just because of how nice they were when they stopped by the studio a couple years back. Man, it's been that long since I've known those guys. Also, Chevelle asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society, live at the Mountain America Center, Tuesday, September 30th. We also have, Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended, Friday, October 3rd, at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. Going to be a great show there. And then the Friday after that, a week from that day, October 10th, In This Moment, Dayseeker, The Funeral Portrait, and Dead. So many concerts. Very excited. If you want to go to any show, check out the concert calendar, always available to you at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I did mention that Autumn Kings was going to be on the lineup for the Hollywood Undead show. Here they are right now with a song I like to call Heckbound on Peach's Pit Party. In Boston last night, they had the 35th first annual Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. The Ig Nobel Prizes are quite funny. It's where scientists are honored for doing work that makes people laugh and then think, you know? It was held at Boston University's George Sherman Union. 10 new Ig Nobel winners were introduced. Paper airplanes flew because what's a proper Ig Nobel without paper airplanes? I guess that was a thing. This year's theme was digestion, complete with a mini opera called The Plight of the Gastroenterologist. It was all about digestion, patience, and yes, some notable indigestion too. There's a whole ceremony on it too. It's quite crazy. And I was reading about this one that won a prize, this study that won a prize. They took 3 black Wagyu cows. One they painted with vertical white stripes, one they kept all black, and one they left unpainted. Twice a day for 30 minutes each in the morning, they watched how many flies landed and how often the cows shook their heads, flicked their tails, or stomped their legs to ward off the pests. Turns out the striped cows got fewer flies, plus fewer fly-swatting behaviors. That is legitimately one of the studies that won an award. There was also something I was looking at here about how there was one about how the secret to a smooth pasta sauce. That was one. The physics of pasta sauce. That was another study. There was a guy. He passed away, but for 35 years, he won this award posthumously. For 35 years. He kept track of the growth of one of his fingernails. That was a study that won an award. I bet he would have been so happy to win an Ig Nobel Prize. If you want to look this up, it's IG space Nobel Prize, the 35th first annual Ig Nobel Prize. That's the ceremony that happened last night over in Boston. Here's Electric Callboy Reverie on Peach's Pit Party. Was your house ever TP'd? Was it a big deal? I don't think so. Our house was TP'd once, years ago. I think one of my sister's friends and that friend group, and the rest of the friend group, I should say, TP'd our parents' house, woke up the next morning, saw a whole bunch of TP everywhere, had to, take it all down. Well, I guess in Northeast Iowa, they take TPing very seriously. The town of Jessup. They're laying down the line. TPing is now officially banned. The Jessup Police Department has issued a statement cracking down on what started out as a homecoming tradition, decorating homes and trees with toilet paper, has turned into something else. It seems every year non-participants are getting repeatedly targeted, their houses getting TP'd, their yards being dumped on. The police say it's gone from playful prank to harassment. So last night, officers tried to stop people from trespassing and dumping large amounts of toilet paper at one residence, but obviously they couldn't guard every property. So now multiple people are under investigation. They're in trouble for just TPing a house. This is like that one and only chance where I will say, let the kids be kids. Like, I don't know. Maybe that person rightfully deserves a TPing if they're just like the worst person in the neighborhood. What's the population of Jessup, Iowa? I'm sure it's not all that big. The population's a little more than 2,000 people as of last year. Yeah, I'm sure that one person they keep targeting is just like the worst person, just some old man who's just terrible to everybody. And the local teens, they're just sick and tired of this guy's antics. So they want to keep, just ruining the guy's home with toilet paper. It's playful revenge, I hate that phrase, let the kids be kids, but let the kids be kids in this case. There's always that one particular teacher in your life that gets busted for something. It could be something minute. It could be something huge. I had a basketball coach get arrested. I'm not going to go into the details of what exactly he did, but I was quite shocked when my parents woke me up early one morning, right after I talked with the guy, to show me his mugshot on the news. It was like 6 a.m. They woke me up, took me into the room, and then showed me what exactly had happened to the guy. My jaw hit the floor. So anyway, this one particular middle school teacher in Louisiana, she was caught with cocaine in her purse. Yeah, one of those drug-sniffing dogs. That darn snitch. That dumb dog. Was walking around campus, sniffed the coke, and sure enough, they found it right there. What's even funnier is that the teacher admitted, hey, I did have some cocaine at the LSU tailgate the previous weekend. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? It's crazy because, growing up, you always think your teacher is just your teacher. They're always in that classroom. You don't really know much about their lives behind the scenes, right? I'll never forget that one teacher who I still get in contact with from time to time. She's a friend of my parents on Facebook, Mrs. Cristiano. I think that's her name. Yeah, Miss Cristiano. That's her. Yeah, she and her family were featured on Kitchen Nightmares years ago. I think it was, is it Nino's in Long Beach, California? There was a meme-worthy part of that episode where the brother goes, "My name's Nino," and just screams that at the top of his lungs. And I think the show ended up making actual shirts about it. Oh, and I also think Miss Cristiano later on said, hey, that whole Gordon Ramsay show, the whole experience wasn't the best. Basically the chairs and such that they used to remodel the restaurant were quite cheap. I think she said everything that they gave the restaurant was rather cheap, something like that. I don't know. It was one of those things where back in third grade, I remember it was a dual teacher setup. I had Miss Cristiano a couple of days of the week, and then there was Mrs. Esposito. And everybody really liked Miss Esposito a whole lot more than Miss Cristiano. There was times where Miss Cristiano would walk in and the kids would boo. It was that bad. This poor lady getting picked on like that. She's super nice. One of the best people out there. Shout out to her. I know she was really supportive when I first moved out here to do this whole radio thing. And yeah. Oh, bye, Victor. Victor's leaving, everybody. All right, Avatar now on Peach's Pit Party. So ever since I got a gaming PC 2 weeks ago, I have been trying my best to try to understand better computer parts like graphics cards, processors, memory, etc. And I keep coming across games on Steam that require these minimum requirements for you to play that game, otherwise it won't run smoothly. And so my computer, of course, it's new. So, I think it's going to be able to handle a game like Cyberpunk 2077. And I still don't really I don't understand the numbers when it comes to graphics cards and things like that. I think mine's pretty okay, but I came across this website. If you're like me and you have a gaming PC, but you lack the knowledge of the parts of it, I did find a website called Can You Run It? And you basically search for any game, and then it'll analyze how good your computer is and then tell you, hey, you can or can't run it. And I didn't realize it actually just analyzed your current computer that you're on. So I used it for Cyberpunk, and it started analyzing the work computer. And it says, sorry, your computer does not meet the minimum specifications required to run this product. Well, I guess I can never just play Cyberpunk 2077 on the K-Bear PC. Oh, man, that sucks. Anyway, Sleep Token, the summoning now on K-Bear 101. Well, which one should it be today? Should it be there's a monkey on the run in North Carolina, or should it be a truck spills M&Ms all over a New Jersey highway? I'm getting kind of tired of the whole food everywhere highway story, so let's go with the monkey business. A capuchin monkey on the loose in North Carolina after escaping the Zootastic Park in Troutman. It's a 5-year-old female capuchin monkey was spotted Wednesday morning casually strolling across utility lines. Local animal services quickly issued a public notice urging residents to keep an eye out, but not to approach the monkey. Instead, they're asking people to call animal control if they see her. The zoo owner says the monkey managed to squeeze through the bars of her enclosure around 8 a.m. He's working closely with authorities in hopes she'll return on her own once she gets hungry or tired. Imagine being that person that just wakes up in their home and sure enough, a monkey somehow made its way inside. And this little monkey's just trying her best to raid your kitchen. Or you just wake up and it's right there in bed with you, just poking at you. I don't even know what my reaction would be. I think I would scream and run out. I think my CPAP would be ripped out of the wall. It'd be an awful mess. So today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Justin Pierce from 105 The Hawk. He's the one who brought it to my attention a couple weeks back. And, you know, I'm sort of in charge of Cannonball 101, which I would say is pirate themed with the whole cannonball thing. So I had Pete, the voice guy, do a whole bunch of International Talk Like a Pirate Day sweepers. And he did his best pirate voice, way better than me. And I decided to add those to today's rotation for that channel. So anyway, since it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, what is, in your opinion, the best pirate movie? The best movie with pirates in it, the best movie about pirates. I'm sure I'll probably get most people just saying Pirates of the Caribbean, hands down. There's a lot more out there than you think. I mean, The Goonies, that's a fantastic movie. One of the best ever. Captain Phillips was the first one to pop up. Is that necessarily... Oh, yeah, that's a pirate movie. Somali pirates take over the ship. I still have not seen that movie. I need to watch it. What is the best pirate movie, in your opinion? Let me know. 208-535-1015 for To Peach Their Own. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Going all right.
What do you think is the best pirate movie?
Yellowbeard.
Yellowbeard.
Like an old, it has Cheech and Chong in it. It's one of the early movies.
One of those silly watches. I see the reviews here. It doesn't look good for this movie. 22% Rotten Tomatoes. But you know what? Reviews don't mean anything. As long as if you had a good time watching it, that's all that matters.
That was what I had. So
awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for that answer. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. K-Bear, how's it going?
Peaches, how are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
What is the best pirate movie in your opinion?
Well, I got to say the original, Captain Blood. It's a really old black and white film from like the 30s or 40s, but it's based on a novel written by Renaissance author Raphael Sabatini, and that piece of work is actually what has inspired all the pirate work since and all the movies.
Interesting. Okay,
most all of the pirate lore in America today comes from that particular book. That's the root of it all.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at the reviews. It looks like it's pretty high up there. 100% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. So it stands the test of time too, because I see 1935. That's pretty old.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, got nothing to do on a rainy Saturday afternoon, pop that on and check it out. It's an awesome film.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for that answer. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Peaches. And you have a great day, man. And thanks for having me on, brother.
Yeah, of course. You have a great day as well. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too. Thank you.
K-Bear, oh, they hung up on me. Arr! What is the best pirate movie? Let me know, since it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day for some reason. K-Bear, what's going on?
Just here for your question about what's the favorite pirate movie.
Yeah, what is the best pirate movie according to you?
Best pirate movie according to me. If I didn't say any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, it's probably Blackbeard's Ghost. It's a film from, I want to say, late 70s, early 80s. And it's a comedy about there's a dude that can see the ghost of Blackbeard, and he has to go around and fulfill Blackbeard's last wishes or whatever so that he can finally move on. But it's just him running around and Blackbeard fighting off this mob or something while he's trying to help out this guy. And I'm bad at explaining it, but
No, I'm looking at it right here. After accidentally reciting some magic words, track coach Steve Walker summons the ghost of the dreaded pirate Blackbeard. The spirit explains to Steve that he was cursed by his wife to roam the earth until he performs one good deed. It's from 1968. So, yeah, I might have to watch. This seems like a funny movie. So I'm glad you told me about it today. I appreciate the answer.
absolutely.
You have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy the weekend as well.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.